Today, from FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland, it's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. They'll be led out by the number 2 overall pick in 2016 from North Carolina, Mitchell Trubisky.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. This defense for the Patriots, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40, before being taken down. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Dan, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now we're going to get a timeout here called by the Patriots. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now the Patriots getting set to take over on offense. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
On 2nd down, it's Parks. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Throwing, Jones. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. When you give up points on the opening drive, in this case a field goal, you'd hate to go 3 and out. They avoid that.
They do, and it's also walking that fine line mentally, too, as a coach, isn't it? Because you want to emphasize to your team exactly what you said. All right, we gave up a field goal. Let's go back and at least equal that, guys. But if we don't, you don't want them to feel like it's the end of the world either. Nice that they were able to pick up the first down there, help them relax a little bit.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Jones. It's caught by Aguilar. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. On first down, Parks. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
Yeah, I think he's locked in.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Operating from the gun, Jones. Throw left side complete. That's Parks. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Looking to throw, Jones. He finds his man, complete. That's Parks. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. Hands it off out of the gun. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Eluding the... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man. Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
To throw again on second down, Trubisky. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now it's Trubisky. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. Throwing here, Trubisky. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him.
Touchdown! It's complete. De'Ami Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington has taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. Jones on first down. Looking left side, he's got it complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
We can't have that.
They get the guard out of Georgia Tech, Shaq Mason. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. From the gun, Jones. He's got it complete to Aguilar. Now here's the timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Jones hit and the ball's out. But I think the Patriots are going to hang on to the football. They do. They get it back. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with a Washington football team on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, and it's the Broncos who have the lead in the second quarter. Cortland Sutton, a touchdown reception. Next, we'll take the trip north to the Steel City to check on the Steelers at home in Pittsburgh. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. Cam Newton with a couple of touchdown passes there. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And they were losers in their ball game as they were outplayed by the visiting New York Jets. Zach Wilson, a touchdown pass in the victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? Find out.
The Patriots trailing here, but they will have the football first as the third quarter is underway. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Patriots taking over to start quarter number 3. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Parks, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Parks. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that
run. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 26. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Cameron Curl with the tackle that time.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
third down. It's Parks. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Patriots have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will tie our game here in the third. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. First possession of the second half now for Washington. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Steps away to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. Gibson here running out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On third down, Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thomas. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Patriots take over. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That's on Shaq Mason, the guard. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Off play action. Jones. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. And Lambeau will put this one through, and they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Another drive coming up for this Washington offense. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this fourth quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Flush to it, and he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Dante Hightower coming in for the sack from his linebacker spot. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Another try after the first down sack. Trubisky. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. Now Trubisky to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. They'll run on first down. It's Parks, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. Touchdown, Patriots. Kendrick Bourne, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Lambeau on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it ends with a New England touchdown. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Trubisky readies the offense. Down 20-10, a minute 53 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. And that's complete to Brown. Here's Trubisky. Gets this to Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now it's Trubisky. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
And that is incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it, and the Patriots are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. Parks. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 112 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. On first down, it's Parks. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. On second down now, it's Parks. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. They'll run on first down. Parks. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On second down, it's Parks. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Jones now on third down. And this is caught at the 8. And the Patriots are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. Touchdown. Nelson Aguilar with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Pats, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the
today. From Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Yeah, he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 12 carries, 56 yards.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Hines. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Well, these two teams, you might remember, met in Foxborough earlier in the season with the Patriots winning that ball game. So they're trying to win here in Foxborough to capture the season series. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run with Hines. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
Well, this defense for the Pats, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 1st down, it's Hines, and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. A pass underneath, here's Hines with it. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Alexander Madison with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the first down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action you. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So out comes the Patriots offense as they'll get their first shot at things here. They're led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Mac Jones.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the Patriots who got the win on the road, so they'll look to finish off the sweep here in Foxborough. On 2nd down, it's Parks. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Jones rolling to his right. He finds his man complete. That's Parks. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. They'll run on first down. Parks, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now it looks like we've got a Patriot down, slow to get up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. On 2nd down now, it's Parks. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Emmanuel Ogbah that time, able to drop him for a loss. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground. And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Switch out, switch out. 54's Mike, check it.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Back to throw. Jones. Open man is born. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. On 1st down, Parks. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Patriots are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And a gain of 4 gets them right to the midfield stripe. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From midfield, here's Tua. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. And able to find Gesicki as tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Tua, the final shot before half. That's complete to Hines out of the backfield. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon. Thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we are officially into the 2nd half of the season. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And these two teams locked in a tight one. 17-16, the score at halftime. Dalvin Cook, a touchdown run in that first half. From there, it's off to North Carolina to check on the Panthers at home in Charlotte. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. DJ Moore, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. 2 touchdown passes there for Jared Goff. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just one touchdown apiece. 7-7.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is.
Unbelievable.
So potentially a good chance now to answer back from the touchdown a minute ago as they get 15 yards tacked on.
It's going to give them much better starting field position, and they didn't even have to make an extra play to get it.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And the Dolphins have got it. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England's offense set to go. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he will have a Patriots 1st down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Parks, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line. Now a give right side. It's Parks. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Finding room to the 20. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there. They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Ouch. Could have been a game-tying touchdown. They'll have to hold on that at least for now.
Ouch in a big way. Like ripping the Band-Aid off there. Can they let the sting subside and come back and get it done?
And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Jones sliding out of the pocket. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Mac Jones, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Patriots have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Igbenogany elects not to return it. The football will come out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. He's got long. His tight end complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. This is Hines. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Play action. Now it's Tua. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That's pulled in at the 32. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. New England trying to get a place on offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
They'll keep it on the ground. Parks, he'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Jones on 3rd down. Completes it to Aguilar. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Mac Jones, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Patriots have moved out in front. Lambeau on for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Miami set to take over. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. He'll check this down to Hines. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll find Hines out of the backfield. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Alexander Mattison with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to...
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now Jones. Finding room at the 30. Connecting with Aguilar. And all the way up to the 37-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. To throw is Jones. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Here's Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Jones. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Jones. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down. The quick slant caught. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing, Jones. Forced out to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Miami's offense set and ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. On 1st down, it's Hines, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, right back to Hines. Breaks through the contact, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 50 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he's got Gesicki, the big 6'5" tight end. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From just shy of midfield, Tua. This one into the hands of Burton. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Tua. Got his man. It's the tight end Long. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Running from the shotgun with Madison. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Tagovailoa. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Jones. It's caught by Aguilar. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Back to throw. Jones. Wide open receiver complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another first down.
Partner, this is a pretty good drive they're putting together. And I know if I'm on the other sideline, that offense, kind of helpless, isn't it? Because they may not touch the football at all, because if they go down and score a touchdown, this thing's over.
Absolutely. That would write an ending to this script. We'll see what happens.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw again. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for New England, the train just keeps rolling. 9-0 now to start this campaign. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles.